What's up, guys? Mikey in the building. Hey, I hope you guys had a great Halloween. Happy Halloween for people who celebrate it. I was out there with the fam. You probably hear these kids screaming right now, but wanted to run down and go over Cdio. A really great play today. And the beauty of this one was I was able to catch both sides this time. Uh, it's another great week open stock and Pennyland that had some room to gap up on the daily, right? Guys, and none of this is going to mean anything too. Again, if you're not charting out some zones, the obvious, if you're just using straight bookmap, you can see where supply and demand is always on these charts, right? Guys, I mean it when I say I don't use charts anymore. I don't do candlesticks. I don't use EMAs. Yeah, I don't do anything of that. Yeah, it's great for Confluence. If it works for you, that's phenomenal. But supply and demand and understanding proper liquidity. All right, let's dive in. All right, okay, pause. Very important to understand this daily. What kind of daily were we trading today? It's very, very important. Okay, this is the type of daily. It's basically selling off like any other small cap penny. Right? Okay. This thing actually starts to get some uh, pre-market structure. Okay. It happened really quick. Happened at 9. All right. But this thing popped up, sold off, and the structure behind this was actually really phenomenal. Okay. I'm really big into identifying structure, average volume. All right. And these breakdowns are very important. Okay. Now, I didn't draw these intraday breakdowns or pre-market breakdowns because I've already mapped out everything I needed to on the daily. And I always start from the daily, and then I go down and start making some. This would have been a pre-existing supply zone. Now it becomes demand. Okay, if it gaps up and sets up right pre-market or after hours, it depends. Sometimes you get after hour pre-market structure. This one started at 9, and this one gave a great opportunity to try to fill some of the gap. All right, this thing ran into 4-hour supply. All right, very important. Again, I say this a lot now to break things down. Okay, you might get some better levels. This one was better for me on this one, so I marked out a nice 4-hour zone. Okay, yeah, you could have tapped it from here, went to here, and you would have had this huge, huge zone, which is fine. A lot of these upper wicks don't hold a lot of weight, because if you ever short, right, or ever see some things like you'll see things top tick, okay, and there's really not that many orders going through or a lot of appetite. So, you know, be weary if you're using these as pivots or trying to really see these things reclaim. All right, the tape and the book won't lie to you. It really won't. All right. So, not the tape. The book will not lie to you. I'm so used to saying the tape, right? Because level 2 tape. Okay. The book's not gonna lie to you. You're gonna see liquidity on it. Okay. And then you got to break these things down. Okay. Um, all right. Go to the 4-hour, 1 hour. All right. I'm gonna dive in. I won't lie to you. I'm tired, but there's no excuses why I can't get some content out on a Halloween day. Okay. Very important too that this is a 30-minute supply that I broke down. And not for nothing, this thing kind of almost traded inside of it, respected it, really traded inside of it. It's really phenomenal. Okay, it's very important too, guys. If you would have just tapped this, okay, all depends on how you guys want to draw your zones, right? I would have made one right here after this breakdown. Very important, and I ran it straight across. Okay, that's if I didn't have this 30-minute zone, and it's really a good thing to do and get into a habit of, right? Okay, then you can kind of see it right here, bouncing off and pretty much doing the same thing I had in this 30-minute pocket, right? Really respect it even more. Okay, and then finally broke down. Okay, yeah, cool. This thing actually closed pretty strong or sideways, so potential has more room to go to the upside. We'll see. Let's dive into the book. Starts crazy. All right, very phenomenal week open again. All right, let's see at 9:30 right here. You see this thing, it pops up and then pulls back, consolidates. There was buyers on the tape this time or on the book, right? You can clearly see them. All right. Very important to understand that, and then also see, if you have your zones and you're seeing things pulling back, right? This is what the 1 minute looks like. It's like a nice weak open. All right. Don't forget, there's a little pivot right here. Breaks it. Okay. This is also that daily demand area. Okay. See it? Daily demand. I always make sure I write out these zones so when it runs into it, I know what I'm working with. Okay. So this does not break down or get heavy on the book. All right. That's the very first thing that I look for. This is you have enough time to get in and soak. And then once you see it kind of crank, yeah, it's time to punch the gas, right? Potentially. All depends how you trade. All right. Regardless, soaking this to me is a little risk when I have some front runners on here. There's bids, there's support. All right. Yeah, on level two, you're gonna see there's a bidder, there's some support. Okay, cool. Right. These guys stay on the book for a really long time. All right. Now, marking out my zones, guys. This was the obvious first, at least the first target from 27 ads. All right. That's very, very important. All right, I'll show you actually. Okay, real quick. Let me go to JRET real quick because I showed him execution. All right, actually, uh, here, let's go. This is how I play this one, guys. Very okay. I like to soak. I like to get my core, and I like to hold. Okay. This is me soaking, me taking a nice core down here, and then I held for 35, 37s. I did not get the top. Okay, but that's okay. I look for a nice return. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, and I sit through all this, right? My first target on this is at least this supply above, right? And make sure you're holding this and breaking this down, and 32s are right above here. Okay. So this is that pocket that I drew, so I knew that there was some 30-minute supply. All right. So not only does this thing crank through this, but it tests 36 cents. All right. Very, very important here. All right. Guys, I love to see things pull back. As a long, I need a pullback. I don't like the up, 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 up only, because then that's probably about it. Right. I like to see things build. All right. On the book, it's a lot different. Okay. This is a false breakdown. Very clear. Okay. And now that we're running back into these 32s, there's buyers stepping up. They remove the liquidity and they do a mini little book flip right here. There's bids pulling up. There's also smaller bids and spoofs. Hey, on the front side, cool. The algo or whoever's on it, keep doing that, please. Thank you. All right. Next magnet, guys. As things start to set up and start to crank, right? And these things are happening really quick, guys. I want to see these next supply areas, all supply, potentially be tested. All right. And when that happens, too, I want to see some book flips. Very important as we start to come by and break some prices that we got bidders stepping up, holding, and then going to test other areas on the book. Now, when things pull back and break down, I look for previous areas of interest. All right. This is something that you're going to have to build on your own. It's very important though. All right. I want to see breakdowns and I want to really look and see what they're doing. Are these real breakdowns? Is this another false breakdown similar to this breakdown? Okay. More importantly, this thing started setting up something that I like to pay attention to as a long, right? Is higher lows. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't panic through this anymore. And it's because I've trained myself over what are we in October? Okay, so the past 10 months since I started the new year, 2023, this is all I do. This is all I did, right? Buy, hold a court, get a nice average, try to get some size, and hold through it, right? 'Cause I don't want to get faked out. Why would I stop out right here when my average is down here and I was actually, you know, my first initially ads are over here and I see that there's a big front runner here still moving a liquidity and throwing up a nice, 116K a bid, I'm not going to stop out, right? The target, first of all, were these upper magnets, right? At least 40 cents. That didn't happen, but um, yeah, it's a different type of thinking mindset, right? All right, it's very important to understand the book. All right, if you don't understand liquidity, things are going to be a little tough for you. Okay, I definitely understand because I was once there myself. All right, now as things start to break out again, see there's a nice huge offer on 35 cents. As this is coming in, you start to see bids follow up on these moves. It's very important, okay? This is another slight pullback to a previous area of interest. If this thing is going to break down, it will break down and the book will flip on the offer side. All right. Um, yeah, this was a phenomenal trade, guys. Of course, I did not get up here, and that's fine. I sold too much of my core, and then I ended up holding some, and then I ended up stopping out. Okay. This is a nice book flip right here, guys. Okay. Very important to understand when potential backside is coming in. All right. The phenomenal part on this was that you know, I was able to play both sides. Okay. I actually hit the gas too on this short, and I was very proud of myself. The book is just phenomenal. Okay. This is my CDO, right? Prints right here. Um, Started going short right away. Not right away, but I held a lot of CDO short from 34s right here. Okay. Um, Backside started to enter. Okay. And then I saw a lot of right here. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. Very important to understand if you're looking at front side and how you want to see bids follow up. Okay. Backside bids, offers start piling in and stay pretty aggressive. Okay. No bidders are popping up. And then, I see a lot of retail traders just try to slap things off of whatever bids that are popping up. Okay. And I get it, you know. But here's the thing: like you slap up here, things don't work, and you got to immediately dump. Or if you start smacking off little spoof offers, this was phenomenal. Okay, they threw a little spoof right here, big bid too. You guys kind of see it's 181K. Wow, yeah, cool. But it still gets sold into and really pulled. A lot of it tried to get pulled. They pulled some right here before he came in, and then yes, this guy didn't remove the liquidity, and then it dumped. Okay, phenomenal trade right there. Yeah, I mean, I was just starting to. This was SSR, so it takes a little bit to get filled, yada yada yada. But this was a great short, and this thing came all the way down too. If you really see it real quick. Oh, all right. Very important to actually see this level break down. Okay, this is where they kept trying to save this, right, on the chart. Okay, I'll show you right here just in case. Okay, yeah, they kept trying to save over and over and over again this support level right here. So if you just do your little basic little boop, kind of see what they're doing. This is where that crack came on the book. They were trying to bounce this so many times, then eventually it failed, right? Most covers in the 20s, and then I stopped out for 31s because, I probably should have took everything right here, but it's fine. You know, I wanted to see this fail, and then I had to go, and that's totally fine with me, right? I'm actually happy I kind of missed that. I probably would have been like, oh, trying to stop out, and then yeah, 34s, 35 average down to that. I would have been like, man, this is, yeah. So that was a really great trade. I got to play both sides on it. I will be opening up my short broker again because, yeah, there's no reason why Mikey is not playing both sides of the game when these books flip, right? Guys, if you start understanding liquidity, all right, this is my go-to. The week open, nice support. Looking for premature shorts to get blown out by just trying to short into certain levels, right? And then you got shorts who really are waiting. J Rut, phenomenal guys. link to his Discord if you're trying to learn how to short or learn to be disciplined and short, right? Um, all right, guys. It's pretty much a breakdown on CDIO. Um, I'll be doing a recap in the morning, probably going a little more details live. I'll be doing a live pre-market every morning too, so you guys can catch me on there. And I pretty much go over what I'm seeing in the morning, very early, 5:30, 6:30. Wait until the 7 a.m. bell for most brokers like Robin and TOS and things like that. Oh, I think Robin's, I don't know, yeah, 9:30, I guess. But TOS broker, maybe Fidelity, right? There's a lot of other exchange, so you get that open 7 a.m. volume. Sometimes things go, and well, VSME, right? Sometimes things just fade. Okay. Wow, what a nice lower high right there. Okay. But yeah, you get 7 a.m. volume right here, and this thing just takes off, right? And then it kind of just fades for the rest of the day. And then out of nowhere, this thing wants to crank. And the structure on this run up was very weak. It's a beautiful short up here. And it just really, I mean, look, up on nothing, comes back down on nothing. Okay. Very, very important to understand. All right, guys, I'm going to be going over a lot more of these too. Tesla was also phenomenal. Ooh, I need to go to bed. All right, I'll be going over these in the morning, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.